Cavalry is rubbish. Mordred 819 AD. Then several hundred years later, Genghis Khan goes, rubbish? Really? What about Attila? Pamphlet, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Durham was filled with horses and cattle. Our raiders have rounded up a large flock in the main square, so I could decide which ones to pick for myself and what to do with them. Offer them to the gods. Burn them. 50 piety is a lot of piety. 385. We're getting closer. Stop setting the prisoners on fire, but I don't want to. While passing judgment onto criminals from the safety of your throne, I'm out raiding! I'm not on the safety of my throne! A young noble is brought before you. You quickly come to the conclusion the man is indeed guilty. Condemning him would not be the wisest choice, as he is of noble birth. If you were to pardon the man, he might prove himself useful to you, and he would be in your debt. Being a noble means nothing. To the dungeons with him. There we go, second person. Oh, it didn't appear. Cuthbert's gone, so now, yeah, we need to go back and send some of the loot in. Or are you about to finish a siege? You need to be quick. Let's send it to Sticht. Back again. 40. Sticht apparently was already prospering. It's not. Didn't get the influx bonus. Ooh. 4 piety for Scarborough. Which is a town. The towns definitely give more than burning temples, which is really strange. Hartlepool's done. Oh, you're finished. So, Lindisfarne. I need to. I mean, it's tradition that we burn Lindisfarne down. Oh, and also, I have some money to spend. I would absolutely love to have a keep here. Thank you so much. Olmar. Keep. Yeah, money gone. Am I playing as the Kingdom of Holland? I'm playing as the Count of Gelre, who has created the Duchy of Holland. We're not a kingdom yet. We're not big enough. Although, that's a good point. Kingdom of Frisia. I would also require the Duchy of Gelre. And for the Duchy of Gelre, I would need to take Friesland or Ostfriesland. Because I own 50%, I need to own 51% to become the Duke of Gelre. And once I have those two, then I can become the king. Or the queen. You're still only a count. How many troops can you raise? 2,500. It's actually a fair number. I'm impressed. It's not as much as me, but I'm impressed. If you burn certain temples, I think you get more, like burning Rome or Mecca, since they're super holy. Okay. Maybe I will do an expedition against Italy. I mean, we're doing quite a lot of damage to England at the moment. Yet another morning when I wake up feeling as tired as when I went to bed. I should do something about my listless mind. Perhaps I need to spend some time alone. So I go into hiding, or bah, I'll get over it eventually. Hazelstein has built a building. We don't have enough for another. And even with the armies raised, I'm still making 12 ducats a month. Like, we're making a lot of money. We are really wealthy. As my troops ransacked the castle of Bamberg, they uncovered an interesting relic that Count Lewak had hidden away there. Aqua Fortis from the treasury. Can I even get to Mecca? No, actually, you can't. That was the big problem I had in March of the Vikings. I had to take Egypt in order to secure a port in the Red Sea so that I could actually sail over to India. And I do remember that caused me all kinds of problems. Alright, so Lindisfarne is all gone. Just need to finish off Newcastle and then we'll head home, drop off this money, re-raise the levies, and then we'll probably go to Italy. What does Aqua Fortis do? I think it's something required for hermetics. Yeah, it's an ingredient. Upon the conclusion of a long council meeting, you decide to take a toast. Of course, one toast usually becomes many, and time seems to slip away. Later, as you leave the council chamber, you stumble and fall on your face. You can feel the taste of blood in your mouth and dizziness setting in. I'm going to shout. You notice Mayor Ennet of Enskede standing next to you. He seems to contemplate helping you, but is not responding to your pleads. Just before you pass out, you see him bringing the rest of the councillors out, and they look in pity before they help you. Okay, noted. I will indeed remember this. We've become bitter rivals. You know what that means. Out comes the murder knife, and I'm very good at this. You are very silly. Enskede is over Isel. Yes. Oh, Spy Master. I would like for you to build a spy network in Over Isel, please. And then in the intrigue, we will do this automatically. And I will spend as much money as is required to see that this guy does not breathe anymore. I'm basically just going to turn everyone against this chap. You don't get away to humiliate me in this way without having any consequences. Those consequences are usually deadly. That'll do. Plot power goes from 49 to 178. Don't screw with me. I'm Craven. This is what I'm good at. Not as good as the father, admittedly, because he was deceitful as well. But, you know, getting other people to fight the battles for me. And there goes Newcastle. That's another 4. Right, let's jump on the ships and head home. Aqua Fortis sounds like a strong ale. It could well be. Could just be like ethanol or something. Send those guys home. And then re-raise them. I'm surely with Charles, my husband will be pleased. So I should probably not go raiding, is what you're telling me. Stables. I think I'm going to save money right now. Especially as I'm going to be a little bit further away, so I can't easily get reinforcements. Do I need any more commanders? You're not actually very good at your job. Hrain is very good. And we will send you a gift so that you actually want to fight for me. Dearwood, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. What are my short-term and long-term goals? Short-term goals is to reform the Norse faith. At the moment I control all 3 of the holy points needed to do that. I just need the piety, hence I'm trying to burn all the temples. I need to get 750, so we're getting closer. We're definitely getting in on that. Then I want to form the Kingdom of Frisia. After that, I don't know. I'm actually somewhat tempted to just let Frisia be and start playing as someone else. Maybe one of the Norse nobles up here. Maybe a Catholic, so we can try and get some of the Crusader mechanics and see what those are like. Aqua Fortis is nitric acid. Ah. Yeah, I would advise you don't drink that. So Grumbuskin's going to lead this raid. And then that new chap, Hrain, is going to lead this one. Hrain can have Bitholf. Grumbuskin can have Goswin. And I would absolutely love to send Mordgana. Oh, you know what? She was out baby in one hand, battle axe in the other, raiding last time. So we'll send Morgana with this stack. Raiding. Raiding. I do have enough ships. Let's go to Italy. Burn Rome. Domain's too big again. Let's get some pregnant. My co-conspirator has let me know that Mayor Enter of Enskede will die by poisoned wine at an upcoming banquet. Let's see if that's actually true. At first, the signs were small, easily dismissed as coincidences, but now they're becoming too frequent to be ignored. I must be sure to interpret all signs correctly. Gain 300 piety. Pregnancy, good omen, plus 15.5 health. 2 piety away. 2. Swift Wind, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Did not manage to kill him. Of course we didn't. Religion can be reformed. There we go. Right, this is where we save the game. Because once you do this, you can't undo it. And it's a kind of a big deal. So, if we go to the religion map, then we go to the Reformed Germanic Faith, we are then presented by the Reformation screen, and this is new to Holy Fury. Whoops, damn, I did that last time too. You can choose the nature, 2 doctrines, and also the leadership of your faith, and that basically is a modular system to allow you to choose precisely how the faith will function. So our nature we can choose. Currently it's set to Protestantizing, but I don't think that's necessarily the way we want to go. Religion encourages missionary work, so Norse will spread a lot. Rulers waging war against members of their own faith lose piety, so actually Protestantizing may be quite good, and we are allowed to have great holy wars. Peaceful doesn't seem to make much sense. I mean, we're Norse. Rulers less likely to start wars, plots, and factions. Rulers gain piety when at peace. Oh, looting is not allowed? No, banned. Warmongering. Rulers do not receive opinion penalties for raised vassal levies. Great holy wars are allowed. Rulers are extremely aggressive. We can be unyielding. Armies are stronger when defending their home territories. Religions resistant to proselytizing. Great holy wars are allowed. Can be dogmatic with a high base moral authority in great holy wars. But we're not allowed to marry infidels. And rulers waging war against their own faith lose piety. Or cosmopolitan. Religion can intermarry with neighbouring faiths. Great holy wars are allowed. Discourages missionaries, and base moral authority is low. So I don't think we necessarily want cosmopolitan. I would say that this is between proselytizing and warmongering. As a reformed faith, if we own the territory, then we just convert it ourselves. Yeah, we're going to go through the options, because I need to make a decision through them anyway. So proselytizing was encouraging missionaries. So I think this one gives events for other people around you to start converting. Well, this one you have to do it yourself. We're warmongering. Doctrine. So each faith will also have at least one, I think it's at least one, one feature which is unique to them. So we, as the Norse, have the Sons of Ragnarok, which allows us to do prepared invasions. Our fleets can navigate through major rivers. Ship maintenance is reduced to 10%, and looters prefer coastal counties. If we were not Norse, we could still do some of those things, but we would have a lot more limitations. So, for example, if we were daring, then we could do prepared invasions, but daring does not allow sailing down rivers, for example. Or, if we wanted to sail down rivers, then we would need to be seabound. We could, of course, take both, but the Norse get Sons of Ragnarok as both of them in just one. And the various different religions have those types of features too. Hey, Dark Engineer. So, we can have divine marriage. Close kin marriage is allowed. Close kin marriage amongst nobility is considered divine union. So that's basically marrying your sisters and children, which, unless you want to be a Habsburg, is not a great idea. Polygamy is allowed with polygamy. It's not something I tend to do. I don't even tend to take concubines, even though I'm allowed to. Heir designation is allowed with meritocracy. That one does sound tempting, because you can choose your own heir. Gods do not care about the order in which a child is born. They care about the skills and virtues that he shows as a man. Stability. Short reign penalty is disabled. That is huge, especially if you have rulers who tend to go out raiding and die young. Rulers can spend piety to improve their courtiers' attributes. So yeah, stability sounds pretty strong. Actually, what I should do is we're keeping Sons of Ragnarok. This is the second choice. Religious tax. Religious taxation of subjects of different religious group is allowed. We're warmongering, so I'd kind of expect us to be converting people. So not hugely necessary. If we were cosmopolitan with religious tax, that could be quite strong. Monasticism. Subjects can ask their subjects to take the vows and disinherit them. Followers of the religion gain +2 base learning. And priests are bound to be celibate. Syncreticism. Rulers can choose to gain sympathy with another faith by decision. So, using EU4 as an example here, you can be a syncretic faith, which means that you have the bonuses of your original religion and then bonuses of a second religion. So, for example, you could be syncretic Tengri, I think. So you get the Tengri bonuses and then syncretic with, say, Reformed, which gives you advisor cost. I suspect it works similar way in this. Haruspicy. Diviners read the signs before war to try and improve troop morale. Astrology. Astrology was the one I was looking at. Characters are assigned zodiac traits on birth by decision. Grants access to the Hermetic Society. The Hermetic Society are the scientists. So if we want to be properly progressive Vikings, then I think maybe astrology. Agnatic lands. Agnatic law is enforced. Open succession is unlocked. Female characters are not allowed in the council. Matrilineal marriages are not allowed. I think I'd rather be a little more progressive than that. Absolute Cagnatic law is enforced. Female rulers are not penalised. Or Enatic clans. Enatic law is enforced. Female rulers are not penalised. Open succession is unlocked. Male characters are not allowed on the council, so it's basically Amazons. Bloodthirsty gods. Prisoners of a different religion can be sacrificed for piety. Sacrificing prisoners unlocks special traits and actions. So that is the other thing which the Vikings have, I think, because you can sacrifice them. But you're having warrior lodges now, so it's not too bad not having Hermetics, but astrology does sound like the most fun. Yeah, that's what I thought. Unrelenting. Armies ignore defensive attrition. Armies have increased offensive capabilities. That could also be quite strong. Again, offensive capabilities and raiding seems to go hand in hand. Religious head can decide upon dead ancestors to give special status, ancestor veneration, and also enables the eldership succession law. And we're not actually allowed daring or seabound because we are the son of Ragnarok. Hermetic sounds good, but you're right, we do have the warrior cults, and I think I want to kind of just double down on the fightiness. Ignoring the defensive attrition doesn't bother me that much because you actually get rid of that through technology, but the increased offensive capabilities, it somewhat depends on how strong an increase that is. The gods will only reward the bravest and most fierce among the faithful. To die in battle is the greatest of honours a man can aspire to. What did I miss? This isn't Mordred II van Gelre anymore. No, it's his daughter. This is Mordgana. Yeah, I'm not doing the incest thing. It's not how I like to play these games. I'm leaning towards Unrelenting, but I could definitely be sold on astrology. What do you guys think? We'll leave that one for the moment. And then leadership. Currently it's set to temporal. The Reformer will become the head of the new religion, so that's how the Vikings worked with the Volkir. A priest is put in charge of the religion with a hierocratic. I think that's the papacy. Autocephalous. Autocephalous priests are put in charge of each realm's religious matters. Each realm shall have a high priest working alongside the ruler and fulfilling the needs of the gods and their followers. So I guess every realm has their own religion system, and then autonomous. Autonomous sounds really good, but it has one major negative. Followers of this religion can pick a preferred branch. Followers of this religion gain +2 base martial, which sounds really good. Religion will never have a religious head. Fine. Great Holy Wars are not allowed. Great Holy Wars are basically Crusades. So do we really want to lock ourselves out of Crusades in order to get that? I mean, getting the +2 base martial sounds phenomenal. I also like the idea that it's just a runestone, so it's clearly got some Viking relation there. If you don't also get elephants with Unrelenting, that's false advertising. Go full war. War, we're going to war. Astrology. Norse Pope. Temporal's far too good. Full Viking, fight all the things. Autocephalous is like orthodoxy. Yes, okay. With the Metropolitans. Though again, EU4. Unrelenting seems more character than astrology. Astrology is definitely more progressive. Don't fight for religion, we fight for loot. Autocephalous rather than autonomous. I'm surprised by that. Autonomous is fine, you should be able to get coastal CBs anyway. Yeah, we do. And we can do prepared invasion, so we have a lot of ways of expanding. We just can't take a giant chunk of land in one go. I'm tempted by Autonomous just because I want to see what it's like. And also the preferred branches, what's that all about? Oh, those are probably different cults. I'm going to go Autonomous just because I'm curious. Hey, Katie Cat, crikey, thank you very much. This is absolutely not a bribe to go for Amazon Vikings. I mean, it is being founded by a Duchess Mordgana. And Viking Amazons would sound pretty hardcore. But I don't really want to lock male characters out completely. Like, equality might be a good one. But the issue I have with that is you can effectively get to equality through technology. Yeah, it's this one. With the tolerance stuff. And I do tend to get the tolerance laws once we have access to the tolerance laws, which right now we don't. Oh, you can just start down this track if you have equality already. Allows agnatic cognatic succession, allows female commanders, female rulers do not incur negative opinion modifiers, allows change of gender preference laws. Which right now is agnatic cognatic, so it's either, but it's done by the eldest. Hi, and Helson, thanks very much for the bits as well. Late birthday present. Appreciate that, thank you. You want to lock yourself out of Holy Wars in a DLC named Holy Fury Madness. Yeah, but I think it's only the Catholics that have access to the new Crusade mechanics. I don't think anyone else does. And yeah, I saved before. Can you reform again later? Nope. You're locked in. I think it makes more sense to go unrelenting. And we'll just do the tolerance through the technology. Despite the bribe there, Katie. I appreciate the bribery, though. And we can still get Shield Maidens. We are still Norse. I think unrelenting. Viking War Elephants. Though ignoring the defensive attrition. See, the thing that I dislike about some of these options is you can just get rid of the stuff they're giving you through technology. Where is it? It's one of these. Military Organization? Yeah. Remove Pagan Homeland Attrition Penalty. You get that at Organization 4. Which is not that far down the tech tree. But I do like the idea of the more offensive attacks. The increased offensive ability. Especially if that goes really well with the +2 martial from Autonomous. Oh, with Sons of Ragnarok you cannot take Ancestor Veneration. Or maybe that's because of Autonomous, that might be. Yeah, I'm leaning very hard towards Unrelenting. Zodiac Viking sounds like a weird combo. You're not wrong there. And yes, we do still have normal Holy Wars, just the great ones we don't get. Yeah, we're going to do this. Warmongering, Sons of Ragnarok, Unrelenting, Autonomous. Boom. Gode Rodburn of Paderborn has usurped the title of Temple of Paderborn from Immenburg. Oh. That did strip all the women of their powers. Oops. Now I've embraced the Germanic faith, I must choose which branch to assign of it I ascribe to. So syncretist, Christian opinion, Muslim opinion, Eastern opinion, Israelite opinion, Zoroastrian opinion, opposite trait opinion down, religious same trait opinion +5, spiritualist, monthly piety and church opinion, militant, monthly prestige and personal combat skill, or tribalist, fertility and dynasty opinion. Oh no, we still have women in charge of temples. I don't know why there was that sudden... Oh, maybe it's because those priests were old Germanic and these are reformed. That could well be. Yeah, okay. It's not because they're women. It's because they were old Germanic. And they had to be reformed Germanic in my lands. Katie is not happy with Mordred. I'm happy with this. I'm very happy that the women are getting the chance to do this stuff, because that's awesome. Also, I'm slightly concerned that Duchess Morgana would lose a position. Alright, the Germanic Reformation. The ancient Germanic religion is proving unable to withstand the onslaught of the cross and the moon. Rather than abandoning the old ways, Duchess Morgana of Holland and the most powerful priests have decided to reform the Germanic faith in order to turn the tides and lead the assault against the new religions. Reorganised to give each independent clergyman full authority over her flock, the Germanic faith is ready to contend with its weak and effeminate opponents, be they missionaries or crusaders. This event could mark the beginning of a new era for pagan revivalism all throughout Europe and spell the doom for the Abrahamic usurpers. Especially as we've done this in 821, which is ridiculously early. Yeah, I'm thinking militant. The only thing which is making me stop is the fact we're Craven. I'm not sure that she would be militant. She doesn't like direct opposition. And considering that she keeps giving her sister-in-law? Gromboskin, aunt, military power. I'm wondering if we should be tribalist. Because she's done everything for her family, basically. Spiritualist could also make sense, because she is the one that did the whole reform thing. You know what? She's going to go spiritualist, because she's actually come across as super religious. Seer. Wow, he is rather good. Saleko. Godot from Haarlem. Postelicize. Everywhere except Gelre. Which is still... No, it is reformed. So some of this is going to be old Germanic, some of this is going to be new, but the new should usurp the old in time. I love this game, but I love how it's a woman in charge and she's calling other religions effeminate. Yeah. That's why I kind of paused. I was like, really? That's the vocabulary you're going to use for this? Alright. The moon? We don't even fight Muslims yet. The first time I got raided was by the Muslims. Their introduction to us kind of taught us how to raid. Take up Galmaraz. So we weathered Ragnarok. I think we're bringing Ragnarok. We can still hold blots. What? But we don't murder people anymore. That's so last year. Anyway, where's the fleet? There we are. I'm still going to burn Rome. Instead of burning Rome to get the religion, we're going to burn Rome in celebration. As a big middle finger to the Catholics. And Capua. And Buskin can go for Capua. Oh. Rome has 80 men guarding it. That's not going to stop me. Rome has a large garrison. Peace be with you, I've been appointed your regent. What?